So, the third trailer of The Batman is officially out, and I am just left speechless at how beautiful it looks visually. The cinematography, the visuals, the costumes, the action sequences, everything looks so gorgeous and well made that it almost makes me cry in happiness. Let me tell you, I have been a Batman fan since my very early childhood. So now, let's get to the main part of the video. Let's break this trailer down and try to find every small detail in it. The trailer starts with Robert Pattinson's Bruce Wayne being joined by a lady. She playfully accuses him of largely sitting on his wealth rather than allocating his resources to make any sort of difference. To quote her, she says, "You really could be doing more for this city. Your family has a history of philanthropy, but as far as I can tell, you're not doing anything." This version of Batman, of course, is meant to be much younger and less refined than previous iterations. So maybe there is some truth to her words that he has in fact neglected the wiser. He went the more common-sense route of putting his muscle behind difference-making contributions, fundraising, and other philanthropical work in favor of tricking out a muscle car, upgrading his bulletproof suit, and generally punching his way into saving his city. This conversation kind of reminds me of something that Christopher Nolan's Batman had to learn the hard way, in which Rachel Dawes had to enlighten Bruce that he couldn't expect his good deeds or good intentions to matter in the long run if nobody ever actually saw them. We'll see if that becomes a hard lesson for Pattinson's version of Bruce as well. The next scene shows a continuation of that Batmobile car chase sequence from the last trailer where Batman chases down the Penguin, and it finally culminates with Batman silently stalking his way towards Cobblepot's overturned car. Except this time we got to see this sequence from a different camera angle. So all that we have discussed so far happens even before the studio logo appears. So we have not even entered into the main part of the trailer, which starts now. We are now shown the main antagonist of the movie, Paul Dano's Riddler. For the first time we see him being addressed by his comic book name, the Riddler. I was worried about another The Dark Knight Rises situation, where the name Catwoman is never even uttered, for fear of sounding too silly. After that we see Jeffrey Wright's Jim Gordon somberly conversing with Batman, and stating that, "The Riddler has been asking for you." We are also shown images of a crime scene, and the riddle messages left for Batman. The lengths the Riddler goes to in order to get Batman's attention apparently includes video calls, as Batman finally picks up, and is greeted by the Riddler's creepy greeting, "You came. I've been trying to reach you." Catwoman refers to Riddler's latest scheme as all about the Waynes in a conversation that certainly appears to be with Batman himself, heavily implying that she either knows who resides underneath that mask already when the film begins, or will discover his identity in the movie. The full synopsis of the film sheds some light on the villain's plot, describing that a killer targets Gotham's elite with a series of sadistic machinations. Bruce Wayne would certainly fit the bill of Gotham's elite, which could very well provide his motivation to suit up and dispatch this threat once and for all. In the trailer, we see Batman and Selina Kyle casually fight each other in some kind of crime scene. This starts as a casual conversation between the two at a crime scene, which quickly devolves into hand-to-hand fighting. "I have a thing about strays," Selina Kyle says in response to Batman's observation about all the cats she has running around at her place. On that note, Matt Reeves' ability to toe the line between an objectively campy little detail and a Seven-inspired tone could very well be put to the test in this movie, as evidenced by Catwoman's later quip about having 9 lives. It certainly seems as if the Riddler has his sights set on Bruce Wayne himself. In addition to Catwoman's very telling line about the Wayne family somehow factoring into his plans. Paul Dano's Riddler voice seems to have undergone a bit of a change from the earlier trailers, sounding far less electronic and much raspier, as though he were talking through a malfunctioning voice modulator. He utters a line about how, "I'm just here to unmask the truth about this cesspool you call a city. You're part of this too." We would guess this conversation is taking place in the holding cell soon after the Riddler is apprehended by police, as seen in the opening moments of the DC Fandom trailer. What's less clear is where and when the Riddler snarls out the name of Bruce Wayne, apparently confirming that he knows Batman's true identity. We're not discounting the possibility that this trailer is simply cleverly edited to provide that mistaken impression, while the actual film does something else entirely. but the potential of a Zodiac or Seven influenced storyline about capturing a serial killer who is intent on revealing the true face of his pursuer is simply good to just dangle in front of our faces. Perhaps the Riddler's attempt to out the Batman's real identity for his own nefarious purposes will be just the trick that puts personal stakes into Bruce Wayne's mission. Oh, and speaking of personal stakes, it sure seems like poor Bruce Wayne is going to be put through a lot in this one. All these years, you lied to me, Alfred, and obviously betrayed. Bruce accuses an equally anguished Alfred played by Andy Serkis. We all have our scars, Bruce, he says as we flash to a shirtless Robert Pattinson, whose back certainly bears the physical toll of his nightlife as Batman, and which can't possibly account for the emotional impact all these has on his mental health. Here, we also get to see a certain cufflink or pin emblazoned with a Wayne insignia on it. It's tough to tell just how much emphasis this item will have throughout the film. Is it a token left over from his departed parents, perhaps? Within this one trailer, however, it seems to be a personal item that may very well help ground Bruce as the cowl and cape threaten to swallow him up. As if that wasn't enough, the very next bit of footage sees Gotham's police expressing their own doubts about the masked vigilante, leaving Gordon alone to defend the Batman's innocence in the serial killer crimes that they're investigating. The friction between Batman and Gotham's supposed force of protectors has served as the backbone of countless Batman stories in the past, both in print and in movies or television, so it's little surprise to see that aspect come to the fore here. It would only be fitting to see Pattinson's Batman possibly cut off from all his would-be allies and left to fend for himself against the Riddler. Maybe he'll have to prove himself to Alfred, Gordon, Catwoman, and even himself along the way. It's always darkest just before the dawn, after all. In all seriousness, the trailer concludes with some of the most breathtaking action scenes we've seen yet from this movie. The dizzying montage includes both Batman and Catwoman fending off a group of armed henchmen, whose identities remains unclear. They may be misunderstanding policemen, cronies of the Penguin, or perhaps supporters of the Riddler. This latter possibility seems to be the strongest, as you can see a freeze frame of these soldiers wearing the Riddler's distinctive question mark symbol. This shot really gives me some serious Arkham Knight vibes. Especially the way Batman fights and takes down his enemies. We see a club sequence that we've seen Selina appear in the previous trailer, which now also seems to include Bruce without his mask with his eye makeup intact. An explosion appears to rock some sort of political rally, and the trailer concludes with an unbroken shot of Batman using guns the way fans will be familiar with, as tools to be disarmed from their users and used as clubs to beat them into submission, naturally. A new Dark Knight is here to stay and we can't wait to see him unleashed. What are your thoughts on the trailer? Please let me know in the comments section below. If I missed anything or you have any doubts, please ask, I will be very happy to answer them. Before leaving, please don't forget to like, share and subscribe to my channel. It truly means a lot to me. I cover all updates, news, theories and breakdowns related to DC, Marvel and other comic book movies. Thanks for watching. Have a great day ahead.